Yeah, this is Point Black, coming in hard and off the car, coming with the flow straight from the barrio, and coming with that heat from the damn street. This is PBNN, Point Black, National News, the late and great edition, as we see. Yeah, this is Point Black, like I said, coming in hard and off the car, coming with the boom bip to the line and slips, and so on. As we know, this is the late and the great and the ghetto edition as well. Now today, we see where, you know, Trump is trying to clean up the situation, trying to get rid of wasteful spending, trying to get the gangs, excuse me, and these different entities who come over the border, and even here in America. And he's trying to clean it up, and he's catching nothing but resistance on all corners. Now the question would be, what president or person who want to be a president, excuse me, would do something as what we see now? He would open the border, hmm let all kinds of criminals in, hmm you know what I'm saying, fake a pandemic, hmm and push this situation into people, hmm you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure a lot of people is feeling it right now. Can't tell me you're not. And, at the same time, you know what I'm saying, a president who was cleaning up the situation and making it better becomes the most enemy of the state. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Even to get rid of the different criminals and shit that crossing into our country. hmm Yeah. Oh, yeah. hmm So the answer would be it was a plan set out many years ago, and the execution of the plan seemed to have come full circle. Now the question still remains: is why would you be stopping a president from removing bad entities down there in Aurora, down there in Texas, and in many places, taking over the drug trade, taking over the extortion of people in apartment complex, and many things like this? The question would be, who would allow and why would they have allowed this? Now they're speaking equality, democracy, and all types of stuff. But who have a country that does not protect its citizens and its country's borders as a whole is the question. Now, from what we've seen, clearly, many people since the demon Democrat, how to put it, the demon Democrat uh, race war invasion type bullcrap, how many people lost their lives is the question. How many people have died to the hands of this type of policy and behavior? And not only that, using our government to do it, using the protection of the United States government in order to carry out their Luciferian satanic group. Mhm. This goes all the way through the actors, singers, entertainers, whatever you want to call them. Same thing. But in essence, who would release this type of hell on the United States? Talking about woke gender, open border policy, and all these different things. You know what I'm saying? Even pushing abortion, what I'm saying, by saying reproductive. And you're not reproducing anything, you're destroying. So where this equality and all this other stuff comes in really is at a loss when it comes to, what I'm saying, the trueness of the protection of the United States. But at the same time, you can tell what the plan was, because why would the judges be standing in the way of deporting criminals is the question. Now, the good people wanted to come over, they should come over rightfully. You know what I'm saying? But why would the demon Democrats be protecting such a behavior in which they caused in the first place, and then try to use the government in righteous words in order to make sure that it keeps happening? You see? This is what the demon Democrats do. You see? This is the reverse psychology game they play. They use our government, they use the words of righteousness in the government, of a good speaker, a good fighter, and they take his words and they take all the emotions of the United States and they flip flop it. They flip flop it. So it becomes what? In the minds of those who have not paid any attention and stupid, it becomes a norm, like as if it's supposed to happen. But the question would be, where's the protection? Isn't it? Where's the honesty? Isn't it? Why is it so much shit going on at this time? So we know for well much of this is their plans. They ain't fooling nobody with that. This is their plans in order to destroy the United States. You know what I'm saying? And we have to admit, when it comes to the demon Democrat and their bullshit, it don't look good. You know what I'm saying? And then you have a lot of people out there cheering for the death of Donald Trump, cheering for many other stupid shit. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I don't hear them speaking of solutions. I don't hear them stepping up with a solution other than Donald Trump. Donald Trump, 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 Trump. If you mention Trump, you get Bruce Lee to come out of it. If you mention Joe Biden, though, you get, oh, yeah. So that tells me a lot of people are on the take. Not only is on the take because you with their group, but you on the take mentally because they have you brainwashed. So we know a lot of people that were speaking about some form of superiority is a lie when it comes to what they want to project into the world. You cannot have this type of behavior in the United States where the regular citizens are being extorted like as if they were living in Mexico and anything goes. This is the United States of America. And we don't need no confusion. We don't need protests that don't make no fucking sense. And we don't need no fighting against a president who's trying to clean up the country. Cleaning up the country is the number one thing we have to do right now. It's so important to the point where, you know what I'm saying, many people's lives, if continue unabated, you know what I'm saying, could find their lives going into overdrive. Why does the American people now have to carry guns all the time? You know, they can't go to the mall and just shop. They got to be looking out for a person, either a terrorist, looking out for a regular dumbass idiot, or a bunch of crooked, wild out niggas shooting up the mall instead of going to a football field where they could have a decent shootout by themselves. They choose to go amongst the common people. Something is wrong. And when you see these people protesting and saying this dumb shit, as if they don't want to clean up the situation in which Joe Brokeback bitch Biden did, because he was always a clown, you know what I'm saying? And he's a part of their Luciferian group. So we have to start making a better move and seeing this thing from a better light. Can't just see it from their light. You know what I'm saying? It's impossible. You can't tell me that people are just that dumb. You know what I mean? And I know they're not. But we have a lot of dumb ones who are supporting the dumbness. And rather than bring a solution, because now you have a president that you can actually talk to and sit down and have a conversation with probably and give your suggestions as to what you want to see, you know, happen in your country, you busy worrying about fake criminality, fake chump up lies, fake all kinds of shit you put on this man, even tried to take the man's life using a sleepwalker probably, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, you see the nonsense. Excuse me. There's no way that the American citizens can accept what you are seeing and what you saw happen. You know what I'm saying? Without proper thorough investigation. And that means all the way around the board. If you don't like Elon Musk, then suggest a way for us to clean up the corruption, the wasteful spending, because that money really should be going to the United States and the American peoples, the American citizens, not everyone else. But this is all we have seen happen. Till some people are complaining about this and complaining about that. You know what I'm saying? Well, if you spend more time, coming up with solutions and talking to the President of the United States, maybe we can get the job done. What's up with the resistance is the question I'm asking. Do you want to clean up or you really don't? That's a question. You know what I'm saying? Do you or do you don't? You know what I'm saying? Because all you have seen to come up with is calling Trump names, calling the president names, all this. But you ain't called creep Joe Biden one time. Have we heard anything from the people protesting the garbage in which just he have just done to you? And you're saying, oh, he didn't. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And not only did he do it, him and the crooked rhinos and crooked Democrats, he also messed up the medical field. He put a grave distrust in the medical field to where they even have in the hospitals now have what do you call it, metal detectors. Even out here in the East End, they have metal detectors. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? And then we have a lot of people who gets in the comments and and so on, and they say certain things. Now, those certain things doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Nobody seems to want to ask any questions. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about reproductive rights, are we talking about the right of reproduction to have babies or the reproductive rights to be able to be coerced into killing your babies? Second thing is you have a lot of people speaking, I notice around here, coming up in my comments about Zelensky. You know what I'm saying? When I say that he is crime against humanity and the world as a whole. You know what I'm saying? We see a lot of people jump up in my comments. I notice a lot of Ukrainians. I notice a lot of Ukrainian men, but I don't see a lot of Ukrainian women. So that tells me a lot right there. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things it tells me is that when Zelensky pulled the game that he pulled and the things that he did, why in the world would all these men from Ukraine run over here? Is the question. Yeah, a very, very serious question. You run over here, well, what was you running from? For you to still be defending Zelensky in any shape or form. Because when you ran from being forced into war over there by what was going on with Zelensky and the crooked, broke back shit that was going on with the Democrats and all these demons, you know what I'm saying? You saw it coming and you ran over here. So you ran from debt over there to running to debt over here because the you had to take the short. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, we see a lot of nonsense in a lot of talk with people, but we don't see no trueness about it. Now that's the question that we must ask. One,